Three things in life are guaranteed: death, taxes, and Spurs taking points away from City at the Etihad. Let's just get right into it. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Gabriel, and I hope you're well. If you're a Spurs fan, I know you might be a little bit conflicted right now. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, losing out on transfer targets to your biggest rivals, but then somehow managing to get a result at what used to be an absolute fortress. New manager, new energy, and still the champions of Europe still had no problem going up against a rebuilding City side. Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Was something I said funny? And who is that behind you? Oh my God. Ederson, are you doing okay, bruh? If this is what being linked to Galatasaray does to someone, I pray no one ever has to go through it. Now, I'll be fully honest. This match being at 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday, it was tough for me to get excited. When I opened my eyes at halftime to see the score, I just went right back to sleep because what the was happening. After taking some considerable measures to still save my morning, I did what any normal human would do, and I watched the highlights. I'll have to say, there wasn't much to get excited about from a City perspective. However, after seeing a lineup with an average age of 24 years and 9 months, it did get me excited though. Pep is finally moving away from his usual UNC selection, but I'm afraid after this result, he might be reconsidering that decision. You also might think he'd reconsider getting rid of both De Bruyne and Jack Grealish, who had good performances this past weekend, but I think he'll be more focused on the rebuilding task at hand. I have to feel for James Trafford, winning championship player of the year earlier in the week, then making that horrendous mistake leading to Spurs' second goal. That's gotta hurt your confidence massively. The question now is whether he continues as the number one after that. Although he did bounce back with some good saves toward the end, there are also still a few days left in the transfer window, and Donnarumma has still been heavily linked. I'm just not sure how it ends, but we'll check back in when that happens. Speaking of miracles, around the 27th minute, something happened that genuinely made me sit up. I could not believe it. Haaland actually took on his man one-on-one and tried to dribble past someone. He must have watched my videos praising Ekitike for doing exactly that. It is unfortunate that Marmoush couldn't finish the chance, but I hope we get to see more of this evolution in his game. Credit to Tottenham for the tactical consistency. Thomas Frank has got them defensively sound, and their press worked amazing against City. It was unfortunate they weren't able to beat PSG during the Super Cup, but they looked dangerous. Keep in mind they're not playing with a natural 10. The new signings in Joao Palhinha and Mohamed Kudus have been tremendous for them. I really do think the next few matches for Tottenham seem to favor them, but I'm curious to see if they maintain or potentially drop to their usual Spursy self. Speaking of the weekend's other main action, the Alexander Isak derby started out hot, and from the first few minutes, I truly thought Newcastle looked the better team. In a what-if situation in La La Land, if Isak was still Newcastle's starting number 9, I'm afraid this game would have been Newcastle's to lose. Gordon could only do so much as the number 9, but he was truly giving it his all. So much so he decided, hey, why not make it harder for my team, and saw straight red. I saw the run up and honestly I understand it. As someone who has been forced to play striker before, I have a love-hate relationship with pressing duties. You're not a wingback, but you're still expected to stay extremely active as one of the main press triggers. I'm guessing Gordon's mindset was probably something like, right, it's just a minute before half. I've had a decent half so far, so why not empty the tank? And instead, he completely lost his head and then got sent off. That red card completely changed the game's dynamics. And if you were hate watching Liverpool, that's probably when you switched the TV off. If not then, you definitely did after Liverpool scored again right after halftime to make it 2-0. But wait, because Liverpool almost threw it away again. All credit to Newcastle because I don't know what pep talk they received from Eddie Howe, but they somehow managed to equalize from 2-0 down with 10 men. First, Bruno Guimaraes scoring a header and then doing what he does best, celebrating like he's won the World Cup. Then their backup striker Ozula, who, let's be honest, seems like they just went down the checklist. Is he tall? Check. Scandinavian? Check. Can he score goals? We'll find out. He gets the equalizer, and suddenly I'm thinking Liverpool are actually going to drop points here. St. James's is going absolutely mental, and rightfully so. And then we see 11 minutes of added time. I mean, there were some serious injury stoppages, but damn, all you had to give Newcastle was hope. And we all know what happened next. But here's what I'm really noticing. I'm on to you, Arne Slot. Since he arrived, in my opinion, Liverpool have become notorious for these late winners. They already have 2 this season. That's how he really pulled off the Frimpong and Wirtz combo. My best guess is that his sales pitch was something along the lines of, oh yeah, so imagine what you did at Leverkusen in 2024, but even more heartbreaking for the opponents. Fair play to them, but I'm genuinely curious what happens when they face off against Arsenal this coming Sunday. This is going to be the classic unmovable object versus unstoppable force scenario, because right now Liverpool's pattern is clear. To dominate early, then switch off mentally, then somehow find a way to break hearts in added time. The real question is whether that will be sustainable with over 36 games left in the season, or is it going to catch up with them eventually? Based on what we've seen so far, I'm not convinced entirely that they've learned how to properly manage games yet. What do you think? Is this Liverpool's new identity under Slot, or are they just getting lucky with late drama? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.